Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Two sure things in life are taxes and dying. One you need to deal with and the other you should deal with. Our Laura James sits down with Marion Hafner from Chadwick Funeral Services to discuss why now is the best time to deal with the one we tend to avoid. Hi, ladies.
Thanks so much, Abby. Today we are talking with Marion Hafner. Thank you so much for having us here.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We're at Chadwick's Funeral Home. You, as I thought about chatting with you today, you are a friend to me and to so many in the community.
We're very fortunate that we are able to work in a little community where we know so many people and do have friends. And it's kind of bittersweet because you have to work with them and you know why you're there. And, that's kind of sad, but it's nice to be able to work with somebody you know.
Absolutely. And I think, the advantage of that is people know you through their work. They know you through the community. You and Charlie through your many service organizations and serving the pancakes, and that's pretty special stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. We are. We're so fortunate to be here, and we serve a wide area, and we like to go to church suppers. We like to volunteer when we can and see people in the store or on the streets or wherever we are.
Right. That's because what I'd like to talk about in a little bit is pre-planning.
Right.
Those of us, I don't know, what are we, baby boomers or whatever we are,
I guess we are.
In our 60s. And it's really important to think about issues like that.
It is.
And how nice would it be just to be able to call and speak with you or Charlie or one of the boys.
Yep, that's right.
And we'll talk more about the family business here and just say, it's time.
Yep.
Right. As opposed to then having to make all those decisions.
Yep. I do say sometimes when we're pre-planning to leave something so that the kids can have a part in it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sometimes they feel almost like they don't know what to do, because it's so well done.
There we go.
And there aren't any decisions to be made, and it's like they feel a little uncomfortable because they feel like they should be doing something, but there really isn't anything for them to do.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Take ownership for it.
Yeah.
Right? And just be a part of that and honor the legacy of the person who is left.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good point.
Of course, the best thing to do is to just have a family discussion about it ahead of time.
Right.
So you sit down with your kids, talk about it once, tell them what you think you might like. Is that okay with them? How does that work with them? Do they think they can manage with that decision? And say, well, I'm going to have a book with my readings and my hymns or whatever it is you want in it, and then let them go to that when the time comes, or let them, give them a list of 6 or 10 and let them pick some, or but of course communication is what it's all about.
Right, exactly.
Talk to them about it.
But boy, that's one of those topics people don't like talking about.
No, they don't. And I often shake my finger because the kids sometimes they say, oh, I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to hear about that, because they don't want to think about it. Of course they don't. And but you've got to give your parents the opportunity to be able to do that.
It gives everyone a level of comfort, doesn't it?
Yes,
yeah, it really
yes, that's right.
If you're just joining us, this is Marion Hafner of Chadwick's Funeral Home. She and her husband, Charlie, as we all know him, and the boys are running both locations. And we'll get into where you're located in just a bit. Coming up in a bit, we're going to talk some details about pre-planning. But the other question I had for that is, I guess the message I'm surprised at is making sure there's something's left for them to do some planning with. And do people come in alone? I mean, would I come in, or would I come with my husband or my children? How does that work?
Any or all of those things.
Okay.
Yes, you can do it alone. You can do it with, some people come in with a grandchild, or we can come to them.
Gotcha.
So whatever works, whatever you're comfortable with.
Oh, that's a nice message.
Yeah.
Gee, thanks so much, Marion. Coming up next week, we're going to be getting into the weeds, as they say, about pre-planning for funerals. We're speaking with Marion Hafner from Chadwick's Funeral Home.
Thank you, ladies, for tackling that tough subject. We want to thank Preferred Building Systems for hosting us these last 2 weeks from their factory here in Claremont. It's pretty amazing what they can do. For more information, go to their website, preferredbuildings.com. Next week, we'll be coming to you from one of our special places, the Refinery Restaurant, a fan favorite for BBQ, but so much more. We'll take a look at what they have to offer, from sit-down dining, takeout, catering, and their market. Linda Tanner, the House of Representative from Sunapee, will give us a take on her session. We'll get an update on the rehab work on the MV Sunapee. And we'll close with part 2 of Laura's visit with Marion Hafner, looking at pre-planning funeral arrangements. Tune into our replay game of the week this Sunday and Monday at noon and 7 p.m. This week it's boys basketball as Kearsarge hosts Newport. Check out the program schedule at ycnnow.com for the most up-to-date information on games, Yankee Chronicle, and specials. All YCN shows are available anytime at our ycnnow.com website, along with on-demand viewing of all of our programs. I'm Abby Peel. Join us again next week at the same time for an all-new edition of Yankee Chronicle.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.